The roommate of the 20-year-old victim who self-immolated herself due to harassment in Balasore, Odisha, has spoken exclusively to NewsX, revealing chilling details of what the young girl went through before she put herself on fire. Her roommate has come forward with serious allegations against the college authorities. She's claimed that the victim spoke to her mother for the very last time a day before the incident. During the conversation with NewsX, she also mentioned about a mysterious phone call the victim received on the same day she killed herself. After the call, she had a breakdown. Even after she was repeatedly asking, she refused to tell the details of the phone call to her roommate. According to her roommate, her college professor Sumit Kumar Sahu barred her from attending her classes even when she met the required attendance. Out of the 9 students that fell short on attendance, she was the only one who was refused to take the further examinations. She gathered evidence against the professor, recorded a conversation with him and made a complaint to the college authorities, but no action was taken. After months and months of harassment, the 20-year-old took her life by self-immolating herself at the college campus. Kashish Das, the victim's friend, is joining us live on the broadcast. Kashish, shocking details are emerging of the last moments of your friend. Take us through, what do you believe led her to take this extreme step?
What I feel is that I was not at that time with her. I left the campus for having lunch, as it was lunch break. But she was calm since the morning. She did not react that way. She was okay. But what I feel is that she must have been, the principal must have told her something that triggered her. And what I feel is that, what I got to hear, that the principal told her, whatever you have written in your application against the HOD, you need to prove that. You need to give evidence to that. And if you cannot prove yourself, if you cannot prove your points written in the application, then we are going to take action against you. Now you tell me how a girl can prove these things in front of the principal. No girl can prove these things. So she had to go through this step. I would call it a Agni Pariksha that she had to go through to prove herself.
Yes, indeed. Kashish, reportedly, months and months this harassment continued. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It went on for several months?
Sorry?
This harassment had been going on for several months of her?
Yes, since 6 to 7 months.
Had she complained about this before? And despite her complaints, why wasn't anything done?
Initially, she did told, when I joined the college, she did told me that the teacher is behaving in a weird way inside the class with me, and I do not like the way he's behaving with me. So I consoled her saying that in Odisha, the place we belong to, here teachers are usually strict inside the classroom. So you do not need to think about it. Maybe he's just concerned about you, or he's just being strict. So give him some time, give that some time. He will be okay along with time. So just go with the flow and don't focus on that. But this got worse when he blackmailed her that I'll not clear your backlogs deliberately and you'll have to stay in the same college. I'll ruin your life for 6 long years.
Yes. Now, reportedly, she'd also recorded his conversation. She had also gathered evidence against the errant professor, but still nothing was done. Is that correct?
Yes, nothing was done because the principal wanted some time. He was being just neutral, just to save the reputation of the college. He was being neutral. He was by nature that kind of a person. So he said that I want some time for decision making. You please be patient. Give me some 1 to 2 weeks time, and I'll definitely do something about it. Okay. But after a few days, she lost her patience. She was not completely patient because her mental health was not fine. That's why also the students were also teasing her, pointing out her character, So that is why she took this step.
Yes. Now, reportedly, also, had she approached the police at all?
Yes. The government did its best to persuade the principal, to convince the principal to take some serious action, but The government has no fault here, I would say, initially, because until and unless the college authorities do something, what is the government supposed to do then?
Yes. Tell me also, Kashish, did you ever expect that she would take such an extreme step?
No, sir, I did not. But she did attempt to suicide before also. I knew that. I knew that. So that is why we all used to take good care of her mentally and emotionally. And that is why we all were with her whenever she used to go to the
So
principal
she had
office.
attempted suicide before, is what you're saying. How long before?
A few months back, something around November to December, she was hospitalized because she attempted to suicide.
And despite that, nothing was done.
Yes, nothing was done because of the neutrality, I would say, because the authorities did not want this to be a very big issue. That is why they wanted to calm her down, but they could not behave, they could not understand her emotional perspective from the emotional point of view. They could not understand her.
Okay. Also, Kashish, I would like to ask you about, of course, the fact that whether her parents knew or not, her family knew or not. Had she told her parents that something was wrong, and that, this is what her professor was doing, which she didn't like?
Yes, she did aware her parents about this. But what the HOD did, the HOD took the number of her father, called him, and showed him his concern about this girl and told him that your daughter is not focusing on the studies and she is more into politics and curricular activities rather than studies. So, sir, please focus on your daughter. And she is not even listening to me. Now, the place where we come from, I already told you, this is not a very broad minded place. She comes from Bhograi, that's a small village. So obviously her father was never wrong, but he was convinced by the teacher that the daughter was not studying properly and getting into other things inside the college. That is why he could not understand her properly. That is what I feel. And also, he advised my friend to keep quiet and not say such things about the teacher. Uh, that is why she hesitated before speaking these things in front of her father, but she did tell him all the things initially.
Okay. Let me also ask you then, Kashish, after this incident came to light, what finally has been done now by the police, by the college? What crackdown has happened?
They are still investigating. The investigation is not completed yet. And as soon as the investigation gets completed, I think we all will be get to knowing what's gonna happen, what happened, and will there
Do
be
you
any
believe
change in
do
the
you
law?
believe this professor was threatening the girl as well?
Yes, yes. Before this, the professor was threatening. I already told you that he said he's not going to clear her
Yeah.
backlogs and he's going to stay in the same college. But after that, what he did was he accumulated something around 100 students. Those were from the opposition students. He accumulated those students, convinced them to use this girl as a political tool. And all those 100 students, something around 100 students, they wrote an application to the principal assassinating the character of this girl.
Right.
So he
Also,
directly did not do it. He used other students of the opposition.
absolutely to do it. Also, Kashish, now reportedly she was the only one who was deliberately not allowed to give those exams by claiming she had low attendance, etc.
Yes, she had less than 75% of attendance because she did tell the teacher that uh, her family, I think her mother had gone through an operation, a surgery, and there were two deaths in her family recently. That is why she was not able to attend all the classes. She gave her own reasons to the teacher, but even after all this, he did not allow this girl to sit in the exam.
How was she as a person? How will you remember her?
Bold and very courageous, and she was very generous. I'll give you one example. There, where she used to live earlier, that was a hostel, a mess. In front of that hostel, there is a vendor who used to sell sweet corn. So what he shared in a video, that girl used to come to the shop, to his stall where he used to sell sweet corn, and whenever the place stays crowded, what she does, she peels off the corn and then helps the vendor. being Being an unknown, she used to help people. So you can imagine what was her character, what kind of a girl she was.
Yes. Also, had she mentioned sexual harassment to you as well?
No, she did not tell anything to me like that. I'm being just honest.
Right. Okay. Kashish Das, finally, what would be your demand for justice for her?
First, I want things to be very transparent, the investigation. Second thing, I have a lot of hope from the government. But if I look back, then I have said this several times that Nirbhaya got justice after 7 years. And the girl from Arjikar Medical College, I don't think she got justice the right way. So, will this girl from Balasore FM College is ever going to get justice? This is a big question of me to the government.
All right. Kashish Das, thank you for joining us with your perspective on this big story. Let me also draw in Sanjay Sahai, former IPS officer, into the conversation. Sanjay Sahai, what do you make of this shocking incident coming to light from this college in Odisha, and what so far is emerging in this case through the preliminary investigation?
See, I've been telling over and over again that this college was being run by mafia. So Bengal otherwise also is politically vitiated, and in that politically vitiated atmosphere, the college administrations are also run in a similar fashion. Besides lots of other very important and critical points which Kashish was talking about. She also talked about that this girl was somewhere associated with the ABVP, and this particular HOD, he misused the other camp and used her as a political tool. The capability or the incapability of the principal, I think it is known to everybody now. So the principal, one, that he sided with the HOD, and the second point was, I don't think he had the managerial or the administrative skills to be a principal of an academic institution. Suffice to say that he was playing ball in the hands of all these people. This girl has very clearly said that this is the nature of harassment she is facing. I'll just quote two things. One is by the HOD himself, where he says, I will fail you, I'll keep you in this class for 6 years. You will not be able to leave the college till I am here. So this is the nature of threatening. It is not a simple threatening, and it can only be given by a person who is in positions of power and also has the capability to misuse all the other powerful people who are around him. The other case or the FIR is by the brother of this girl. And there also he narrates the same thing as to the last meeting which she had with the principal, and principal literally he has threatened this girl, post which what the FIR says. It is just the extract out of the FIR. You will be too ashamed to face anyone. You will be driven to end your life if you don't withdraw the complaint. She left his office, doused her in petrol, and ignited around 12:40 p.m. She had already gone with one bout of suicide. It was known to literally anybody and everybody. So basically, it's political to the core. The student and the teacher, instead of having a relationship where he takes care of the grievances of the girl, it is outright from the beginning till the end. It is an adversarial relationship. And all these people, internal complaints committee, I think that was constituted simply for a eyewash. And whatever the recommendations were, I don't think that was even given a thought. And on that fateful day, I think she waited for around 2 hours, and then whatever time she got with the principal, and this is the nature of conversation they had, and it ended where it ended. These colleges have absolutely no idea how to use even technology. CCTVs, they have invested huge amount of money. Now they say that there is a blind spot. And where she tried to douse herself or ignited herself, nobody has the CCTV footage or the coverage of it. Most important part is There is no empathy. There is no student-teacher relationship. The level of indifference is to a level where they are ready to face or ready to force the child or the student to go to any level. And this investigation part, I'm a professional investigator and I don't know what is the nature of investigation they are doing. I think it will not take more than a week to finish the investigation. And the worst part, which Kashidhar is also talking about, is where is the transparent? Where is it transparent? Why don't they come every single day and tell the country? The whole country is worried about it as to what they're happening or doing it on a day-to-day basis. This whole investigation will not take more than a week. And
Yes.
take it through the trial
No,
in
absolutely.
another
That's a
50
valid point.
days.
Seema Kausar, social activist, is also with us live. Seema Kausar, real shocker, of course, emerging. Her friend really putting out the details of those final few minutes, weeks, and months. Harassment after harassment. She attempted suicide before. Nothing was done. This seems that it is clear abetment. Seema Kausar, what do you make of this shocking case and the fresh revelations emerging?
Very good evening to my co-panelists and the viewers. I say this is a betrayal of the college as well as the government. See, as our co-panelist said that colleges are mafia. Definitely they are mafia. They never ever going to stand with the students, whatever the harassment or what are the consequences they are going to face. We can't expect any kind of empathy or sympathy towards the students. They are always with their faculty, and they always with they wanted to protect their college reputation. But when she has done the attempt suicide earlier also, and she has went to approach the police, and even she tagged to the chief minister of the Odisha. What government has taken? Already she has attempted for the suicide. She was hospitalized. Though why government didn't intervene in this? Why didn't the government give justice or to try to protect the child? And see, they are telling that already she was gone through so many months of harassment she has faced. Though nobody has come forward to protect the child, that this is really pathetic. This is really, I don't know how to react on this incident, because it was where our childs our girl childs are, we are having safety. Not even a college, not even a roads, not even a cinema hall, not even a bus. We are not having safety of our child anywhere in India. So if at all, see, we can't expect anything from the colleges, but even the government didn't come forward to protect our daughters, then whom we have going to question? I can see pain in her eyes. That child who has our co-panelist and a friend of the deceased person.
Yes.
I can see her how she is going through, because it may be today she, tomorrow any other child, day after tomorrow maybe it come to our house, our children. So we have to stand today, and we have to initiate, and we have to come forward. Not Nirbhaya.
Absolutely.
She has already
absolutely. Yogita Bayana, this is becoming very, very unfortunate, and we are seeing this happen in so many colleges across the country. These are places of learning, but what is happening in them is nothing short of criminal behavior by these individuals, and clearly apathy as well. The girls summon up the courage, try and confront their perpetrator, try and complain against them, but nothing gets done. And then she's forced to self-immolate.
Very unfortunate. And this particular one, Uday, she definitely had been very courageous, as the friend also mentioned, that she had the courage to come up and complain about her harassment, what she went through. And she was fighting it all. It took 6 months. She was standing there and fighting. Of course, there were phases where she tried committing suicide, because if 100 students in your own college are humiliating you every single day, you will break down. Definitely. I mean, this was a constituency, and this person, HOD, the principal, they were not equipped to handle. Rather, they were hands in glove and he instigated. He said that, you'll be ashamed and this and that, and it instigated the whole thing. If he would have stood by her and made some confident kind of statements, which she would have got some courage to fight her battle. It is all about the management leadership, and definitely the mechanisms are missing. How the investigation can, because I'm a POSH trainer also, and we do a lot of prevention of sexual harassment trainings. So that is the reason we always say trainings are important, even for the management, for the IC members. They should know how to deal. What is the language they need to use with the complainant. If they use such a language, okay, it will backfire and this and that. This is diluting the whole purpose. The whole purpose of the act is to make a preventive environment where the harassment doesn't happen, and if happens, handled very swiftly and very smoothly in terms of reversal. So in this particular case, complete botched up, and in this because the person instigated, he's in jail and he deserves big punishment. I would say that, because he only instigated it, and this girl, as she says, was very bold and courageous, would have breakdown just like that. There must be reasons.
Okay, let me in fact quickly take that across to you as well. Ramakant Gaur, senior advocate, who's also live with us now. Ramakant Gaur, what sort of exemplary action is needed in this particular case by the police? Also, these testimonies that are coming forward so far, how can they be used to build a solid case?
See, when you talk about the exemplary action, the only thing what is required is speedy investigation, fair trial, and a speedy trial. If it takes years to render the justice, it is a complete failure. At the same time, I would say, who failed this daughter? The family? The student, the friend of the student says the family was well aware of what was happening. They should have intervened at that stage. So family failed that daughter. The college administration failed her. The society failed her. And what is threatening is that the institutional malice was created against a girl to assassinate her character. If something like this happens and the college authorities do not take action and the district administration is silent over the issues, then it is really a pathetic situation where we need to learn and understand that what kind of society we are living into. They may be involved into politics. There may be wars for their own posts or something else. But assassination of a character of a girl is really a shocking instance. And that too, organized, staged, connived by a professor, is shameful. What the principal was doing, what was the administration of the college doing? Was there any management committee? Was there any committee which was looking into the allegations earlier? Was there any serious efforts to curb such latter circulation? Rightly or wrongly, but nobody has the right to assassinate one's character. It is a crime defined under the law. If somebody acts to defame, then it is a crime. What is more shocking is a professor threatening the student that you will be here in this class for 6 years. What is this? We talk a lot about Guru Shishya Parampara. We talk a lot about our values, systems. Where are they? There is no Guru. There is no Shishya now. A Guru here is threatening a girl to the extent that I will ruin your career. He's threatening, he is staging a letter being circulated by a group of students
Yes.
defaming her.
Shocking.
I mean, this is something which is a crime occurring on the stage of the colleges.
No, absolutely
What kind
shocking.
of colleges are these?
Absolutely shocking, and unfortunately, what's even further disturbing is that it's becoming a pattern across India. My thanks to our guests for joining us. Let's slip into a short break.